Why, hello. Good morning, class. How is everybody? John, don't worry about me. Good morning, Badger. Haunted? Sheepdog Patriot? Good morning, Andrew Barnes. Good morning. What was last night's Pinky Up night? If it makes y'all feel any better, I had to use the restroom. Now you know. You're welcome. Little insider intel. That's right. Shaloha, Oathkeeper. How are we this morning? We're tremendous, Bear. I'm really glad to hear that. Thanks, Bear. You're welcome, guys. No problem, Bear. Thomas Salter, shalom, brother. No, you didn't. You didn't get notice. Alrighty then. The Canadian Ditch Doctor. All right. We're going to do this report. We're going to do it quick because it's a sabbatical month. Thank you all for being here. 95,000 of y'all need MRIs. Clearly you are drain damaged. Patreon is where you will find the entirety of this report. Mitch Morris, good morning. Bless you, brother. Ron Lowry, Roy Lowry. Love you back, bro. I'll get your name right one of these days. Patreon is where you get the entirety of this report. You all know that. It's a great time to be on Patreon. It's the beginning of the month. You get the best bang for your buck a month. It's the place to be. Patreon.com. Go search for Bear Independent. Intel at bearindependent.com is the place that you send all of your intel. You do not send pics of your wife and kids there. You do not send rumors that you heard on Facebook there. You do not send messages for Bear there. You send your intel there. Isn't that correct, Wild Boars? You know that that is correct, right? Stinger Time? That's exactly right. Bryce Miller, BG gets it. And WV Farmer's Daughter and Jamie and MC all understand that intel goes to intel at bearindependent.com. Avery, we'll talk about Buzzed with Bear in the near future. In the meanwhile, put a lid on it. Put a lid on it. All right. 3 July overview, bearindependent.intelreport.com. COVID numbers still be cray-cray, yo. Global cases, 10,975,000. Deaths, 522,000. Global recoveries, 6,125,000. U.S. cases, 2.8 million, 1.5 million of which are active. U.S. deaths are 131,000, and U.S. recoveries are almost 1.2 million U.S. recoveries. Masks in public places are being required in many states and counties. Cardinal Killer, thank you. Puzzle Man, and its sister Nicole, good morning. And Al903TX, you have a difficult name to say, sir or madam. Zer? We're just going to assume Zer because your name is hard to say. Good morning, Carrie. Bless you. Thank you. Maps of where you have to wear masks or don't have to wear masks. And here's a little insider tip. You don't have to wear a mask. Okay, cool. But maps of where they are strongly suggesting you should wear masks are available on Patreon with the entirety of this report that was posted yesterday, right? Jorge, Lorenzo, you know what I mean. Homeland Security is deploying crowd control officers to Seattle and Washington, D.C. to protect monuments this weekend. And this July 4th, Independence Day, is anticipated to be a day of conflict between Antifa and Black Lives Matter associated demonstrators and patriots in multiple locations. Monuments and memorials are expected to be targeted, and legal restrictions remain against gathering and fireworks celebrations while allowing protests in many places. So let's unpack that a little bit. 4 July, Independence Day, aka tomorrow. There are national level credible intelligence packets that are going out right now for major cities. Let's see, Chicago's one of them, DC's another. I think Houston was one. That credible threat going out, anticipating actual issues with Antifa and BLM clashing with patriots, us, essentially, us, right? So, Big Igloo stuff? Maybe. Hashtag Waking the Giant for sure. How's Richmond look? Don't know. Can't see it from here. But here's the deal. How do you avoid this kind of thing? Don't be where the problem is. Now, here you go. See this right here? Waking the giant. That's right, people. Waking the giant. I strongly encourage y'all to peaceably assemble tomorrow to redress your grievances to your governing authorities, your governing bodies, to say, hey, here we are. We're not wearing masks. We're not asking your permission to exist. I don't need to bend the knee to your authority, perceived or actual. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to live my life as an American. And if you have a problem with that, you can come see me as an individual. Collectivism is bullcrap, and I don't need your permission to exist. Waking the giant is a go, okay? That being said, national level intel that there are not anticipated, expected, very likely going to be, but hopefully not going to be, lots of action tomorrow. Hopefully, we never hear about it. Okay? Good morning, Kathy. Hopefully, we never hear about it. And God is great. Here's the deal. Affix peaceful bayonets. Roger that. Put Sharpies on the end of your rifles. And draw smiley faces on things. Control a virus. I like that. Robert, you should be. Air Force retired. What the HE double hockey sticks is that about? Bless you, sir. Thank you very, 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 very much. Mucho apreciado. Wow. Thank you. I don't know what else to say other than thank you. Richard, bless you. Thank you. Y'all are awesome. Don't be where the problem is. So, I've been getting a lot of questions about this lately. You're working your local intel, right? You have a group. You have people who are paying attention to what's going on. Let's say you're going to be in a place that something like this could go down. How do you exfil? How do you get out of there? How do you roll this thing up and leave? Because there's going to be women and children there, right? Okay? Buckshot shampoo at the Big Igloo, that's right. Now, here's the deal. Say you got to pull stakes and run. How do you do that? What does that actually look like? These are things to think about, right? Are you going to stand and fight? Well, that depends on what the fight looks like, right? Natalia, bless you. So, essentially, you need intel from which to operate. NWA Prepper, good morning. Oogly Jack, bless you, brother. Love you back. Thanks, Puzzleman. So, I'm trying not to get distracted here, but seriously think about what does the credible threat look like, if at all? Does it even exist? And if it does, what does it look like where you are? Do you even need to be where the threat is? And if the answer is yes, or if I choose to be, how are you going to address that threat? And how are you going to GTFO if you need to? Okay? And if that threat exists and is credible, do you take your wife and kids there? I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to go hang out in D.C. tomorrow. I'm not going to even hang out in like a city tomorrow. Okay? I will be amongst friends and brothers and sisters and relatives, and we'll be waking the giant on our own tomorrow. But I'm not trying to go hang out in the city, especially a city with a credible Antifa threat. It is Shabbat. That's exactly right, Holy Ghost 999. Exactly. Good point. So, be aware is what I'm getting at here. And if you actually find yourself in a situation or intend to find yourself in a situation where there's a credible threat, do your homework now so that you're not trying to have to figure it out on the fly then. Does that make sense? Zinnia, does that make sense? No Tulsa time? Well, we might be living on Tulsa time. Dahlia, bless you. Again, I have it on good authority that at the Trump rally in Tulsa, unreported but hysterical, thousands of beanbags were shot. Thousands of beanbags were shot at Antifa pukes. Thousands, which makes me grin from ear to ear. Thousands of beanbags were shot. So, yeah. The good news is that there are still many awesome men and women of law enforcement on the state level and even on the federal level here in the United States of America. That's not enough. It's a great start, though, Winter. It's a great start. Phelps, good morning. All right, moving right along. So, if you anticipate, to recap, if you anticipate being in an area tomorrow where there is a credible or suspected threat from Antifa and BLM, develop your plan now. Owen, good morning from not upstate New York. Develop your plan now. Know what you're doing now. Sheepdog, bless you. You're a rock star. Rockland County, New York. I know a thing or two about Rockland County, New York. I've thrown a lot of people out of a lot of bars in Rockland County, New York. Partygoers suspected of being at the source of a coronavirus outbreak are being threatened with fines and subpoenas after refusing to talk with contact tracers. Well, that sounds exactly like beanbags are vegetarian. That's funny as hell. That sounds exactly like Rockland County, New York. Yes, it is, Ricky. Yes, it is. Not a big fan of Rockland County, New York. I've been all through there, though. Congers, man, Rockland Lake, West Nyack, Orangetown, New City, Clarkstown North and Clarkstown South. That's right, Suffern, New York. Partying at the Holodome in Suffern. Do they still have a Holodome in Suffern? I think LT got jammed up there one time with a bunch of underage girls and a pound of Coke or something like that. Yeah, pretty sure they're vegan, actually. Roger that. Congers looks like Mogadishu these days. Wow, I don't doubt it. What about Muncie? Does Muncie still look like Mogadishu? Muncie always looked like Mogadishu. So, Corey, I'm not visiting anywhere right now, homie. One of these days. Shaloha, Tony John. Man, y'all are stars. Rich, bless you. Thousands. That's right. Thousands. Okay. According to public health experts, there is, quote, little evidence that the massive rallies, protests, and riots caused a significant spike in COVID-19. Remember that when we have our own tomorrow. The Senate has extended the Paycheck Protection Program through the 8th of August, and seizures of Chinese contraband weapons parts have surged astronomically this year. Corey, I'm well aware, man. I'm well aware. We used to bang them all the time. Try and survive, and good morning. We used to bang them all the time. Longest shot I ever took was from an aerial blind 650 yards with a 7mm Remington Magnum on a whitetail that was crossing from hardwood swamp into a hay field after having come out of a soybean field. So I am quite familiar. My longest shot on a whitetail, 650. That animal took one step and then collapsed and died, and it was delicious. So, yeah. 7mm Remington Magnum for the win. Jay, you like this? You like this? Guess what? You can't have any. Already spoken for. 400's no joke either, bro. A1 or Lowry's, bro, salt, pepper. That's what goes on meat. Maybe a little bit of onion powder. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, oh, and I do occasionally. All right, bearindependent.com. You can get shirts, patches, stickers, IFACs there. Let's repeat, shirts, patches, stickers, IFACs there, as well as several other things. What is that? Those right there, you see that? Those are called blisters from working, because you got to do that when you live out here in the country. So what else can you get there? You can get the Prepper Classroom notebook. It's pretty cool. It's got everything word for word from the Prepper Classroom in the notebook. You can also get the Teachable course that walks you through 4570 Rainbow, nice. That walks you through the prepper classroom step by step by step. Also, the prepper classroom is available for free here on YouTube as a playlist. So if you just want to work through the playlist and get out your own notebook and take your own notes, you can certainly do that. It's completely free, costs you nothing. So where do we send chocolate? To Renee's desk, I think. Shoot us an email, and the email minions will help you from there. So anyway, Prepper Classroom Notebook by popular demand now in the store, or you can get it with the Teachable course as well. So, but listen, we all know the best round is 300 Win Mag with bayonets affixed. Okay? BearIndependent.com, shirts, patches, stickers, and IFAX, handmade, made in America, guaranteed forever. Come at me, bro. 2 or more eyewitness accounts, continuity of infrastructure and supply chains. Repeating, U.S. dairy herds are expected to reach a record contraction this year despite stimulus efforts. Even after reopening restaurants and schools, the supply of dairy is expected to be much lower due to shuttered farms and depopulated herds. And boys and girls, it's official. Gun sales are so high that retailers are running out of firearms and ammunition. Supplies are running dry. I am going to get a dredge, and I'm going to go to every local lake around here, and I am going to magnet up all of the inventory that has hit the bottom of these lakes from all these tragic boating accidents that have been happening. Gingerbeard, if you write me in on the ballot, go right ahead. Do what you got to do, man. I think that's funny as hell. So, $8 a pound for livestock beef in Connecticut. Well, that's part of the problem of living in Connecticut. One of the many problems. Okay, so yeah, literally, free men don't ask permission. That's right. There's no guns, y'all. There are no guns. Eric, it's possible. It's also possible that it's just legitimately a supply and demand issue. Crazy Goat Lady, bless you. And Keith and It Real, bless you, man. Shut Up Meat t-shirt. Renee, take a note, please. The internet would like a Shut Up Meat t-shirt. I didn't get a response, y'all. I don't think she cares. But I heard ya, is what she said. So she doesn't care. She's just pretending because the internet's here. It's okay. I'll paddle the boat for you, Bear. Nice. Oh, man. Shut Up Meat t-shirts. Roger, we'll get started on it. Bless y'all. Killeen, nice. Anyway, there's no guns anymore. So I hate this for the people who are new, but I have zero sympathy for the people who are not new, who have been told for years it is time to get your weaponry squared away, amongst many other things. Hey, I would run with Jocko. I think he'd make a great vice president. See what I did there? That's right. Prioritize and execute. Prioritize the bear. Execute the bullshit. Anyway. That's a good slogan. Let's go with that. Hawaiian shirts with bear logos. Y'all are just getting a little too intense now. There's no firearms. There's no firearms. It's supply and demand, man. Also, there's nobody working in a lot of firearms factories because of COVID. So, like, for example, I heard March. So, there you go. Yeah, we're on the other end of the spectrum. I mean, that tragic boating accident that I had was actually a destroyer that was sunk because we exceeded payload. So, just saying. In Richmond, Virginia, the mayor has invoked emergency powers and ordered the removal of all Confederate statues in the city, citing public safety. And Bear responded with, "You're a sopping wet P word." Did I say that aloud? My bad. Also in Virginia, a lawsuit demanding that the use of tear gas to disperse street-blocking rioters has been struck down. The judge said that it would put the police and the public at risk. In societal in general, the LA Unified School District police chief has resigned after after the school board cut it by $25 million. He stated that the cut would impede his ability to serve effectively. Good for you, sir. A Catholic reverend has been suspended after referring to BLM demonstrators as maggots and parasites on his church's website. Gosh dang, you guys know what I want to say, but YouTube's here, and there's a whole bunch of people that'll get butthurt here, and who cares? Oh, you mean a Catholic priest said something that makes sense? Good job. A Florida sheriff has said that if law enforcement can't handle the rioters, he will deputize every law-abiding gun owner in the county to do the job. I have a little blurb about this fella here. Let me see if I can find it. From CNN, that super reputable warehouse wealth of information. A Florida sheriff strongly worded a warning to anyone who may be considering violently protesting in his county, saying he would deputize lawful gun owners for help. Quote, "If you threaten to come to Clay County and think for 1 second that we'll bend our backs for you, you are sadly mistaken," Clay County Sheriff Daryl Daniels said in a video message posted on Facebook. "Tearing up Clay County, that's not going to be acceptable. And if we can't handle you, you know what I'll do? I'm going to exercise the power and authority as the sheriff, and I'll make special deputies of every lawful gun owner in this county, and I'll deputize them for this one purpose, to stand in the gap between lawlessness and civility." Between lawlessness, for those that have ears to hear, and civility. That's what we're sworn to do, and that's what we're gonna do. You've been warned, he said. Sheriff Daryl Daniels, let's talk. Let's talk. Come on over, buddy. Come on over. And unless my eyes have mistaken me, he seems to be a big, buff, black dude. And I would love to chat with him about what his stance particularly is on all this lawlessness that is going on around the world. But I digress. Good job, Sheriff. That is exactly how I would approach this as well. Bear 2020. Somebody call Jocko. Let him know. I'm looking for a running mate. I have a ridiculous life. Where's my water? Hold on, people. I need my water. I'll be right back. Just chat quietly amongst yourselves. No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's just the internet. Don't worry about it. It'll be all right. Bippity boppity boo. This Shaloha shirt is too big. I'll have to have Rod wash it since everything he washes shrinks. Hydrate. Yeah, honey, you better behave. Behave yourself. YouTuber watcher. This, by the way, has oral rehydration salts in it. Ashley Storms is here. Good morning, Ashley Storms. Nailed it. Frag out. Amen. Multiple reports. Oh, under single accounts, insider intel, and miscellaneous. Multiple reports. Cut. Go. Multiple reports have come out in the past few days of Black Lives Matter changing its rules of engagement to include shooting people in vehicles. This originally comes from sources in Seattle, which cannot be confirmed by Bear Independent nor the intel staff. Regardless, there have actually been several shootings of people in vehicles recently. Good morning, Stephen. To which we say, A, don't go where the problem is. B, carry problem solvers. C, maybe have some backup for your problem solvers. Maybe you can solve so many problems that you got multiple backups for problem solving. Just something to think about. You know what I mean? Wow, be some fools getting ran over. Yeah, that's a good sentiment to have. I would agree with that. An inside glimpse into the coin shortage. I'm Ron Burgundy. An inside glimpse into the coin shortage. Quote, we have been limited on our coin. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we had 2 of our chain restaurant customers asking where their change order was, and we could only tell them to call our main depot. Meyer was running out of change and switched their self-checkouts to cards only. We now have banks who are not providing change back to the Fed. The Fed informed us that they had slowed production to reduce staffing level during COVID-19, which is interesting as it's all automated. I don't know, Ricky, but that person is fired. I can't even speak today. What is up with this? Because it's a sabbatical month, right, Lee? You know how it is. Oh my gosh, I love lamp. It's like bags of sand. Like bags of sand. Scotchy Scotch. It's a little early for Scotchy Scotch. We have bare facts to pack today, so you probably don't want me drinking scotch this early in the morning. Right, Tango Charlie? You know the deal. Although there is a small sliver of my personality that thinks like that's not a bad idea, right? Sabbatical month. But we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it, Phelps. We're not going to do it. This is a terrible advertisement for oral rehydration salts. Good news. I'm not advertising oral rehydration salts. I am, however, going to tell you about adventurefrontier.com. They have armor, they have IFAKs, they don't have fluffy bunnies. I would like everybody to start an email campaign to adventurefrontier.com. Go there, click the Contact Us bunny, and say, WTF, where are my fluffy bunnies? Okay? AdventureFrontier.com. They got the Spartan armor, they got the 3+, they got the level 4, they got the steel, they got the ceramics, they got the triple curve, the anti-spall coating, the MOPCs, the Ranger plate carriers, the side plates, the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. They got all that stuff. You can also get your IFAKs there. Bear independent IFAKs, made in America, handmade, guaranteed forever. By our brother Cody at Sojourn Gear. They got armor, they got IFAKs, they got no fluffy bunnies. And if we don't get some fluffy bunnies, I might just have to remove them from this report every day. No fluffy bunnies. We also need an Adventure Frontier t-shirt that on the front of it says fluffy bunnies, ? No. AdventureFrontier.com. Go talk to my brothers at AdventureFrontier.com. Tell them I sent you. International. The U.S. will soon be enacting the harsh sanctions promised against Chinese officials for the treatment of the Uyghur population in the Xinjiang province. I am too white to say that word. By the way, Uyghur is spelled U-I-G-H-U-R. So if you don't know that it's pronounced Uyghur, U-I-G-H-U-R, it looks like Uyghur, which is not the pronunciation. It is not Uyghur. It's Uyghur, okay? Whiskey Alfa Romeo. That's right, Chris Hollingsworth. That's right down below. You can scroll through that little bar underneath this video right here. And all those t-shirts and things are all right down there. You know what I mean, Tango Charlie. Just on time for my toilet time. Thanks, Dean. Hold on, everybody. Dean, how's it going? How's that toilet time? I'm guessing you're talking about sit-down toilet time? Is it good? Everything coming out all right? You good? You need some extra paper? Hey, everybody, clap it up for Dean's toilet time. Poop squad indeed. Jeremiah, bless you. How's it going, Dean? Don't push too hard. Don't blow out the O-ring. Okay? Got to keep that fiber up. Keep that fire. You got to beat the sweat on your forehead right now. It's a little much. Make sure you wash your hands when you're done. Okay? That's gross. It's gross. Put the seat down. Wash your hands. Clean up after yourself. If you left the toilet paper empty, you need to put another roll of toilet paper out there. Okay? NWA, bless you. I'm glad 1.6 thousand of us could be together with Dean. He's just on time for his toilet time. It's perfect. I hope you're washing your hands with Hero soap when you're done. Wash your hands, you heathen. You can do it, Dean. Everybody poops. I got a book I got to send you, okay? Yeah, Mark Chase, I'm on it. Oh, my goodness. Good for you, Dean. Good for you. Last month, the U.S. declared it would regard 4 major Chinese state media outlets as foreign embassies. Interesting. Now, China has ordered several media outlets in the U.S. to give them details about their operations within China, including staff, finances, and real estate. No. No, how about that? Scroll, wipe, yo. Oh, Badger, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, can we get some more thumbs? We got 1.5 thousand people here and 388 thumbs. Come on, man. Can I get some thumbs? I feel like McPuffy, good morning, bless you. You were my favorite McThing since the McFlurry. You're awesome. Thank you. I'm proud of you, Dean. Keep up the hard work. Gold stars for Dean. Gold stars for Dean. Y'all are the best. Ah, man. The Chinese biotech company, which will be providing the vaccines for use with the Chinese military, will be allowed to test on Canadians. So, just remember that, Canadians. The Chinese biotech firm that is producing the vaccine for China, for the Chinese military, is testing it on Canadians. So, y'all have fun with that. Canada is being affected similarly to the U.S. Statues are being removed, masks are becoming law, and so forth. That's pretty obnoxious, eh? I don't really be liking that very much, you know. I just kind of want to have me a Molson and sit down and watch some hockey, but you can't do that because of the COVID-19. Make sure your fire extinguishers are ready to go, and you should be aware of the upcoming availability of explosives that I like to call fireworks, eh? And they can literally just blow the fingers right off of your hands. So there's a lot of subsequent risk with having these fireworks around, and they may carry lots of extra risk in these times, so you should have some first aid kits around. You know what I mean? Raven, Hawk, and maybe a fire extinguisher or something like that. They're ready to fight, eh? They really are. Be in communication with your neighbors and your sheriff's department, and be prepared as a group for civil unrest. Did we mention what tomorrow is? Be in communication with your sheriff's department and your neighbors, and be prepared for civil unrest. I do not want to have to be like, I told you so. No, Panther, you're cool. Old Devil Dog, good morning. Allie, don't be blah. Allie, no blah. No blah, Allie. Don't be blah. Looking forward to Monday's report. Yeah, Phelps, we reported on that yesterday. Where were you? Where were you? Anywho, new firearms transaction record form is stupid. Don't let people take pics of it. Reach out and socially support others. Go hug your friends. Call them on the phone. Tell them you love them. Make sure your kiddos know that you love them. Hang out with people. Make sure that people know that they are loved, so they don't take a permanent, they don't apply a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Okay? Glock 316. Oh, if you were here, I'd give you a noogie. Just like this. Just like this. And you'd be like, man, Bear sucks as a big brother. And I'd be like, what did you say? And I'd do that some more. Then I'd pick you up and I'd shake you till all the coins fell out of your pocket. And then I would give them to the Federal Reserve since they don't have any. And then I would eat your cereal. That's right. That's right. Don't laugh at me over there, Peanut Gallery. If you cannot acquire a freezer for meat, remember that pressure canning, pickling, and freeze drying are also options. Also, consider looking on alternative markets like Book of Face and List of Craig for individual sellers of freezers. Alternative food resources include Asian people and the stores that they work in, Amish people and the barns that they work in, restaurant supply stores, and local farmers. You can form groups and buy direct and process live. If you need medical supplies, you can go to bearindependent.com and buy the most badass effing blowout kits that have ever existed, or you can be subpar and buy somebody else's. The choice is yours. You can also look at midwife and veterinarian supply stores. If you cannot obtain seed in your area, use your pantry. Dry beans, seeds found inside of ripe squash and tomatoes, potatoes that have been left to sprout eyes, and so forth. Cannibalism, Andrew, with 2 question marks and an exclamation point? Negative. Why? Why? Guys, Andrew is not prepared. He wants to eat people. So, don't let Andrew into your mag. That's his plan. All of those buckets in his garage, in his basement, they're empty. Or actually, they're filled with people meat. Andrew is not cleared hot to join your mag, okay? Like, don't do it. Don't do it. That's right. That's right, Brother Crumb. Hey, NWA, I guess you better get some bunnies. I'm just saying. Earl's daughter, right? There's a Torah for that. Blah. Blah. Andrew's not allowed in the mag. He eats people. Stay politically vigilant and active. Silver linings. I've been stacking buckets to the rafters, even though it's to the rafters in my crawl space under my stairs. Praise the Father. I've recently been able to support several of these businesses that you mentioned during your briefs that will help with your ministries. Amen. Thank you. And yes, I know you're going to tell me thank the Father. Do it. Which I do every day. But seriously, through him, you really helped me and my family to take it to the next level. God bless you and your family and these amazing dance monkeys. Well, bless you back. Father is awesome. Quote, I've been on opioids since an accident in the military in 1996. After a second accident in 2013, I was only able to move around using a walker. This man is now completely off of oxycodone, walking a mile a day, gardening, keeping chickens, and is stacking food to the rafters in particular. He and his wife started a custom decorated sugar cookie business. You are awesome, and my admins have already told me that we have custom sugar cookies on the way. Could you get even cooler, bro? Do you even? How do I, praise to the Most High for sure. And how do I make recompense for your awesomeness, sir? That is awesome. That is awesome. The pandemic began the process of one man's family finally coming on board with prepping. They were anti-firearm, but have now decided he should enroll to become a firearms instructor. They're stacking food, getting construction equipment ready, and more. Quote, thanks for all you guys do. Thank God for working on the hearts of my family. Amen. FluffyBunnySugarCookies.com. Wow, praise Yah. Amen. Dude, you were about to sell 5 million cookies when those cookies get here. I can't wait. I can't wait. Thanks, BG. We appreciate your thumb. Just don't be sticking in anybody's eyes unless they deserve it. Notes. You can find the Bear Nation, like-minded people, local food resources, and the whole nine at the forums at bearindependent.com. You can find all the swag and all the gear at the online store at bearindependent.com. You can check out our new partner, Veterans for Child Rescue. These people right here, V4CR. Victor 4 Charlie Romeo. Overall Living, good morning, sir. I love you, bro. You're the best. Veterans for Child Rescue. These are hardcore people doing hardcore good for trafficked kids. They are awesome. You can check them out at vets4childrescue.org, and I would encourage you to watch the movie contralandmovie.com about human trafficking. Go there, please. Tell them Bear sent you and share that everywhere. Please. Please. Me, my team, Grindstone, is committed to helping people who help victims of human trafficking and sex crimes. And Vets for Child Rescue does that. And so we've had some good conversations with them, and we have committed to use our time and our reach to help spread the word about them and what they do so that they can continue to do what they do. So I would appreciate it. And just so we're clear here, no money changes hands. I don't pay them. They don't pay me to do this. I just, out of the conviction of our hearts, we want to shine as much light as possible on the good works that they do. Okay? So, vetsforchildrescue.org. Awesome. Grindstone Ministries. If you'd like to support Grindstone, you can go to grindstoneministries.com. There's a donate now button. There is another raffle coming, and we've fundraised about $30,000 towards the chapel at Bethany House, which puts us at about 30% of where we need to be. So there's another raffle coming. You can continue to support Grindstone by drinking Disaster Coffee, disastercoffee.com, by getting dressed with the Sanctified Supply Co., sanctifiedsupplyco.com, or pre-ordering the most badass canned ham radio on the planet Earth. Believe me, Amendment, the number one preparedness.com, amendment1preparedness.com. Also, be sure to check out our bros at Blaze Defense Systems. If you need a fire extinguisher before you blow your thumbs off with those M80s that you bought yesterday from that guy out of the back of his trunk, Blaze Defense Systems, just Google Blaze Defense Systems. You can go buy some of these fire extinguishers. They're super cool. You can use promo code BEAR for 10% off. Roger? Roger. Awesome. Good report. The best report. Tremendous. As you are aware, the entirety of this report can be found on Patreon. Here it is right here in all of its lovely glory. I'm going to tell you honestly, I don't know how regularly we're going to be doing this here on YouTube because it's a sabbatical month for me. But this will continue to post always, every day, like clockwork on Patreon. We're going to pour into Patreon even more than we already have because you know what they don't do? Censor me, mess with my numbers of subs, demonetize all my stuff, make my life miserable. It's the best. So, patreon.com. Intel at bearindependent.com. That's where the intel goes. Send the dance monkeys a nice note. You know, intel at bearindependent.com. Good job, dance monkeys. Keep dancing in those rusty, cold, frigid, damp, cast iron cages that Bear has locked you in. Just positive mental attitude. Just keep dancing. Just keep dancing. Or sugar cookies. That. You can send them sugar cookies too. But don't give my monkeys diabetes, okay? All right. Air Force retired. Bless you, brother. You're awesome. Thank you. Good morning, Father Yah. Thank you for being totally badass. Thank you for the abundance of your provision and blessing and for the opportunity to do the best job on the planet. Thank you for an awesome team and for the conviction to walk in your ways to the best of our broken ability, to serve your kingdom, to serve your people, and to do things that make you smile. And we are not always the best at it, but you are always right there, ready and willing to teach us how to do better, and I am appreciative of that. Father, thank you for this channel. Thank you for everybody within the sound of my voice. And Father, if there's anything within the sound of my voice that's not of you, I rebuke it in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach and command it to flee. Father, I pray that you'd keep us filled up with your Ruach HaKodesh, your Holy Spirit, that you'd be indwelt in us, that you would teach us how to walk this walk, how to do your things, how to put a smile on your face, that we would be indwelt with your power and your authority and your strength and your peace and your love and your wisdom and your discernment. You would literally be inside of us today, and that people would see you shining through us, that we would be the light unto the nations, that we would be that city set up on a hill. People would come to know you because of us, that you would create opportunities for us to testify and to build testimony, for us to evangelize about how freaking awesome you are, Father. Thank you for being sovereign over all things. Thank you for being enormous and almighty and powerful, and for trusting us with stewardship over this place until you come home again. Father, keep people safe. Whatever's coming tomorrow, it is a Sabbath of rest. It's your day, the day we're commanded to meet with you. So let us as a nation meet with you tomorrow. Father, I pray that you just completely destroy the lawlessness. that we would remember you and humble ourselves and seek your face. That we would teshuvah, that we would turn to you as a nation and acknowledge your mighty hand on this country and seek you and do your will. Restore the covenant that was made between us and you. To remember and do, to guard and do, to speak and do, to live and do your commands, to take action on behalf of you for this country, so that whatever might come, it would be your will that is done, and that we would experience the abundance of your provision and blessing. And I ask these things in the mighty name of Yeshua HaMashiach. Amen. Be safe out there, brothers and sisters. Go be the light. Shalom.